Good evening, Ken at Tortoise Capital. This is the nightly strategy podcast for January 7th, 2026. Take a look at our daily report. Standard formats. Sniper trade of the day. So big gap down in Cliff Natural Resources. We took the position in the second 10-minute bar, about halfway down the range stat move, reinforced with a Hogard press. Scratched the second trade, cashed about 2R. It continued to roll over, so we re-entered, got 2 additional entries with the Hogard press, and then captured about 5 additional R on almost a double range stat move. This is the daily look at Cliff, and you can see that it had sold off harshly over the past 50 days. There was a supported spring crossing, a Kata 2, found support where it collapsed the last time. The last 4 or 5 days have been a steady, unremarkable decline. But today, that cracked. It gapped down to the 30-period SMA. It broke through the support level here. We had a clear collapsing dragon move on intraday, and it closed poorly. And now the next support level is all the way back here at the max excursion of the RL10. So there's an argument to be made that 13 is a downside target, and if that were to collapse, it could go to 10. On the other hand, the harsh sell-off and terrible close now creates a buy-on-dip opportunity if that is going to be interpreted as an overreaction. What it did was come back to where the belly of the SMA 30 was after this harsh sell-off. So this is a compound critical state ready to reverse with large moves in either direction. This is about a 15-cent standard risk box using the R5 statistic, and that's very manageable in 10-minute trades. You can see once this thing starts rolling, those little 10-minute bars are maybe 3 or 4 cents at a pop, and so that makes this a very respectable target for intraday. Long term, we're still well over bought on 10, 30, and 150 days for the snipers. This is SPY on the daily charts, last 30 days. We're closed up here. That was today's range, the days -2 to -5, -5 to 6 to 10. That's a 30-day look back. The RL10 is in a Kata 2 formation. We're still got an upward slope to the 3-day anchored VWAP. So this little sell-off from today not only featured a new all-time high, but then a large move to the downside. But we're still in a general uptrend. The slope of the 30 SMA is still sloping up. The RL10 is sloping up. Support levels here at the PSAR flips. So this creates actually a little favorable buy-on-dip opportunity, unless we see some crazy news. So this is cautiously optimistic. Our 30-day low is still well above the RL 150 back here. So got a lot of support to bank on inside here, and I'm still cautiously optimistic. You see the 30-minute chart. Today's sell-off eliminated yesterday's gains, but we're still in a comfortable support level, and so tomorrow should be a very interesting target day for traders. Bullish normal, overbought long-term, slight pullback on the last 2 days. You can see the risk Z is still above the zero line, but we're in the fall, so that's a warning. The convergence of the market inside the river It's grinding because of world events. We're in risk on for the risk Z. The trendiness of the market weakening here as measured by ADX 14. Some strength. Microsoft, Dow Jones, Walmart. Uh, some of the story stocks suffering here, like UMAC. Energy stocks suffering a little bit. And Caterpillar gave back a lot of yesterday's gains. So trading opportunities abound right now for the short-term trader. In the holding of the X number of days, today's minus 0.3% move is a Z-score of minus 0.3. No exceptional Z-score, so this is an orderly market. There's no runaway um, performances here lately. So nothing much more to see there. Alcoa and Intel are really dominating on the moves. Those are some swing moves that are still quite possible. Handful of channelings and overreactions. Some good auto framers setting up strength in Palantir, Intel, and Google today. Caterpillar, Devon, and Texas Instruments gave back money. Breakdown here in Procter and Gamble. That could be an interesting swing trade in there. Some breakdowns here in Cisco, Devon, and J.P. Morgan. Slight breakout here in Intel on a new 10-day high. In the ETFs, healthcare making a big breakout, smaller breakout here in uranium, breakdowns in XLP and oil. Just a handful of dojis and only one auto framer here at oil at 2.2. Plenty of auto framers for short-term swing trading. Some of the usual suspects in there. On the pinches, Tesla and AMD offering some real opportunities here. Tight pinch and oversold long term. So there's a couple really interesting auto framers in there. Would not neglect Oracle and EWZ either. I think they have some potential. Above the red line are auto framers that test out better than 2-1. So some of our favorite trading names inside there ready to go. Mostly dominated by the fall here as the market grinds with the uncertainty of politics. Only Intel, Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft, and Palantir showing some strength, but some significant broad-based givebacks. Cliff, Devon, Procter & Gamble, Apple, Cisco, Coke. In the ETFs, strength in healthcare, tech, metals and mining, small caps doing pretty well. Weakness here in some of the defensive plays. And you can see our frog list. These are the ones that are reliably volatile intraday. So that these are prime-time traders for intraday large range moves. I mean, Rigetti continues to experience an internal 11% daily volatility. So it moves 11% of its price intraday. Bitcoin, Intel, Oracle, all up in there as well. So those are some reliable intraday movers. All right, that's all we got here. Keep your risk measured and powder dry, and see you in the markets.